Choose to see yourself differently when you're in nature's frequencies. What's beautiful about nature is that it gives us a distinction of seeing ourselves in a different space of energy. So when you see yourself in that space of energy, what do you see? What do you visualize? What is your intention? What is your newfound intention of that connection that you can find within yourself? Just take a moment and see that life is very beautiful. You don't have to make it complex, and you don't have to make it super crazy at all. But just take a moment and see this beautiful tree, and just see the beauty of humanity at this moment in time. So just love who you are. Love yourselves, know yourselves in this moment, and just tap into nature's frequencies and feel the frequency of the energy. Because every time that you ground within yourself, you will find out that you will see every time that you give your life to God in this exact moment, He will give you inspiration whenever you need it. So I just took a walk down here, and I wanted to just make this quick video and post it on YouTube. It's the ability to see how simple it is to be happy and to not be angry. It's the ability to see that when you choose to ground, you're choosing to re-energize your energetic centers. So sometimes just taking a walk in the woods, sometimes taking a walk down memory lane, and sometimes with self-reflection and also connecting into the self and understanding yourself in this moment will give you the distinction of what you want to become and what you want to represent. So, just in this moment, if you find yourself needing to ground, needing to have a fresh breath of air, just go out in nature. It doesn't matter if it's in your neighborhood. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter if people think you're crazy. It doesn't matter if you're channeling light language. But be yourselves. Don't be afraid to be yourselves. And don't be afraid to showcase your gifts at any given time when you're in nature's frequencies. Some of the best moments that I've had with God was just really connecting into nature. And I wasn't planning on making a video real quick, but I've been just really wanting to make content today. It's just the ability to see here and now that nature always is forgiving, nature is always nurturing, and God is the same way. Mother Gaia is the same way. It's just you, just being with your awareness, just being with your connection, using that kinetic source energy as a way of delving deep inside of yourself. That's all it really is. It's nothing to do with being complex. It's nothing to do with trying to prove anything to anybody. There's no right or wrong in nature. There's no justification. There's no argumentativeness. The only communication is silence. And that's what's beautiful about nature. That the only communication there is silence, because then you hear how nature communicates to you. And that's beautiful. Some of my most awakened moments, some of my best moments with God was with nature. And that's how I grew very accelerantly, even that's a word. I don't think it's a word. Expediently, that's the word I was looking for. And when I did that, that always gave me such a nurturing way of connecting back into my energy, connecting back into love, and grounding back into that love and giving it back, but also balancing the essence of giving and receiving. There's no expectations in nature. There's no exceptions. There's nothing that you can change. The only thing that you can change is yourself. And when you choose to change yourself, you'll see that everything in your reality will start to change. And what's beautiful is that you don't have to do all the work. You don't have to try to learn this course or receive a reading from another person or try to be making a new business. There's nothing about that, because the creation is effortless in nature. And that's what's beautiful. So it's just the ability here and now to say that I am deeply connected to nature. I'm deeply connected to resonance. I'm deeply connected with the way that nature speaks to me, and I choose to communicate that through my channel. That's the beauty of life. You know, sometimes we see all of these manufactured buildings, all of these businesses, all of the hustle and bustle of life. And then when you get right down to the nitty-gritty, nature will always carry you through the hardships, the hard times, the things that seem very, very difficult on your path won't seem as difficult. It'll seem like it's very, very forgiving. And when you see that, you'll see that in this moment, that there's nothing that can take it away from you. And I know I'm behind somebody's house right now, but I had to really understand that I had to go to this tree and make this video. I've been meaning to, it's just because I've been dealing with so much stuff and the house and taking care of things and life in general, that sometimes this is a peaceful respite. That's what nature gives you. It's a peaceful respite against the whole course of life. But life is giving. This is the fountain of youth. This is the fountain of youth. Not anything else, not your makeup, not your hair, not your hats or your clothes, but your naked free awareness. Your expression within how the divine carries you through most of life's troubles and mishaps. So I already went live today, but I wanted to do it again because I don't know why. I'm feeling very much just like making content, and sometimes taking a view of your life within the panoramic view of life kind of lets you know that you're in rotation, that you're in the direction of generating new paradigms. So, but this changes our experience. If we want a real change, we see that nature allows us to feel grounded. That's why I'm not wearing my shoes right now. So, and that's why I have a towel, because I didn't want to get all dirty. I would have climbed in this tree, but I didn't want to get all dirty. But no, this tree is probably like 100 years old. You see that? It's probably like 100 years old, 200 years old. But who are you? What do you want from life? Who do you want to be? That's all you need to ask yourself. And who the person that you are right now isn't the person that you're going to be. So the person right now has to love itself very deeply and be a servant of Mother Gaia within the divine feminine nature of energy. Because nature is divine feminine. Nature is birth. It's regeneration. It tries to plant multiple seeds. So if you understand this, that nature is always trying to plant seeds. It's always trying to tell you something. It's always trying to uncover something within your reality. That gives you the ability to have more of an amplification of your energy and your state of being. So don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to be yourself. I don't care if you stand on the street and you do your work there. If there's a street corner that you're supposed to be of service to, do it. There's a guy on the internet, on this app, who went to this pier in like San Francisco or somewhere, and he was being of service to people there. Jesus loved the drunkards, the druggies, the sex addicts. Nature is the same way. Nature does not judge. Nature does not project its problems onto us. That's why it's so freeing, right? That's why nature is so freeing. When you're in nature, when you bask in the glory of nature, that's why it's so freeing. That's why it releases stuck energy. That's why it helps you cope with the mechanisms of change. That's what's beautiful about nature. Don't be afraid to embrace nature within your heart, within your spirit, and within tapping into your transcendental consciousness. Nature is the existential bliss that we can all carry and connect to. So don't be afraid to just take a moment to tilt on your axis and to see that life is the same kind of beautiful as you are, and you are the same kind of different as me. Be your own unique resonance above all else. And sometimes just take that panoramic view of life, and it will see what you are in your naked awareness, not what is in your bank account, not anything that is of the material, that is of a false free will, but the willingness to gather your will and to be interconnected, interwoven with that love of nature, Mother Gaia. So, yeah, look at that thing. It's beautiful. It's humongous. Beautiful. and you guys are beautiful too. So I just wanted to pop on and make this quick video. And I will be going live around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully my phone charges. I don't know why it's not charging. But thank you guys. God bless. And namaste.